Let's see. I think it says we're live.
It does say we're live.
It does say we're live. Well,
Mhm.
hello everyone. This is you know me, and that be Trina. Yeah, and it's Saturday, and we're not normally here. I'm not normally here, and but we have something that we feel that is going to help change and manifest a big change in humanity right now. By the way, hello Trina, how are you?
I'm wonderful, Wade. How are you?
So good to see you.
Yes, and you're so bursting at the seams. You're so
Oh,
excited. I think you should just go for it.
yeah, well, let's just say favor to everybody. We thank you for being
Absolutely.
here. You were meant to be here. When you think about it, how destiny and the future play out, it's quite lucid. The future is not set. Marcia Price says, Bosto, you be correct, and Bosto to everybody. So
Boston.
I love that. Uh, we have a world, Trina, as you know, it's filled with confusion, division, separation. The metaphysical community hasn't brought the world together. Religion, politics, theology, eschatology, philosophy has not brought the world together.
Yes.
And we have been reading about the Infinite One and how the Infinite One lives within us. But more importantly, the Infinite One is a creator, and so are we. And you and I, all of us, should be creating something new. Trina, I want to let you know the spirits are listening to this group.
Yes.
And this morning, I was awakened very early, and Dancer sleeps with us, and she was at attention. There was something almost electrical in the air. And I woke up to, at first I thought it was an audible voice,
Mhm.
and it kept on saying hosto, basta, and basto, and I couldn't understand what was saying, and I kept saying what. Finally, I heard be of service to others, basto, and revelation hit me. I mean, it was like this has never been done before, and it's so simple. It's so easy. We all say hello, greeting, salutation, hey, what the hell you doing, et cetera, right? When we greet somebody.
Yes.
And if you were to say Bosto, Trina,
Yeah.
what more of a gracious way to greet you than to say, be of service to others?
Absolutely. It's in the resonance with namaste. And
Yes.
it's in those high level vibrations. And it's so beautiful because it's basically it's it's saying, how can I serve? It's how can I serve you? Because this is where, to me, because I remember I told you that the Lord told me, he was like, the God thing, he was like, the greatest superpower that you have as a humanity is cooperation. And this is what Bosto is. This is how can I serve? We work together. It's about service and community. And when two or more come together, it's powerful. But when groups come together and they're all operating in the same frequency, it's powerful creation. And this level of creation is working with the superpowers of creation because it's in cooperation with creation.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
His highest law is cooperation other than love. And love services cooperation. So it's like they're kind of the same. One's the one or the more solid part of it, and then the service is all it throughout. It's all cooperation. It's all working together. All of it.
It creates also a matrix within itself,
Yes. Yeah.
because when you start saying, we become invoking, saying leads to materializing, manifesting. So when I say to you, Trina, be of service to others, there's no division there. None.
No. And like
Isn't
really,
that God? Isn't that
and
love?
it teaches us how to really love God because now that we understand that God's inside every single person. So to truly worship and serve and love God would to be loving us.
Yeah, I think that this is a chance to do something, and folks, I'll just tell you, you know, I put a little PowerPoint together because I believe that this is something that could begin to literally, if people were to start using this and all of your social media, all your correspondence, and you start opening and closing with Bosto, people are going to want to know very quickly, and you fall in love with it when you hear it for the first time.
Yeah.
Bosto, and you go, what? Well, be of service to others. I mean, all the great holy men and women of humanity uh, have often said that we need a change. And today, are all around the world, people are fighting against each other. We see no solutions, and we seem to be in this downward spiral. And if we don't do something to change this, none of us are going to like the outcome. And I have been seeking, I've been wanting a change. I didn't have the answer. I didn't have something that was universal enough. So this is a change for humanity. We must love each other and support each other. That goes without argument. So this is a change that works for everyone. There's no divide here. There's none. There is absolutely no divide.
Yeah.
And as the slide showed, a movement elevates human consciousness. This is an opportunity, Trina. We talk about it every time on our Tuesday show. You and Brian talked about it, many other people on their channel. We are all here about elevating our consciousness, getting into a higher vibration. I keep
Yes.
hearing everyone saying we need to unite, but all I see is division. I don't see anyone being able to unite around what? Well, if I say, well, we should not unite around love, the problem with humanity and love is that we have been anesthetized to it. Love means so many different things. The last thing people see in love is unity, which is sad. So I thought about this. I said, well, is this going to be a revolution or a movement? A revolution just goes around a revolution. A
Hmm.
movement is perpetual. This
Hmm.
is what makes movement so vitally. And so I believe that this has been given from, well, you can almost say the infinite one, someone who really loves humanity because it's so simple. Um, I'm calling this Join the Bosto Movement. What is Bosto? Thank you, Big Al, for this. Al put this together. When he heard this, he said, "This is going to change the world." We
Yeah.
get it out on the satellites. It starts going out into the Milky Way, and again, it's be of service to others. And if you think that this is silly, that this somehow won't work, my question to you is: so what's your solution? Just what are you doing? Are you meditating for peace? Well, why don't we really do something that can, when we speak it, begins to bring it to pass? So there you go, Miss Trina.
I think it's fabulous. Being this is like I said, this is how we break the walls of division. Because if we can truly learn, everybody knows how good it feels when you can help somebody.
Yes.
Or, it's like if we really started to embrace that energy, it's almost like you become an angel of service to creation. It's like the person's tire will hold out until you get behind them on the road.
Hmm.
It sets up a whole chain of events where we can be of service to others. And I've been um working on that for a while, and it's kind of profound when you open these doors, how this will show up in your life.
Yeah.
It's profound.
I believe it will be the catalyst for change. I mean,
It will.
catalysts come in all different forms and shapes. I know this. I learned a long time ago that confession brings possession.
Yeah.
I knew that. I was well indoctrinated with that, and it works. It does,
Yes.
because it uses a universal law. The universe is not broke. The universe is not broken, and the universe is not in lack.
It's infinitely abundant.
Exactly. And if I could say to you, and if we could start an all social media, we've got, I don't know, a couple, 100 people in here. I'm sure most people are like, Saturday night, Steiger. Uh,
Right.
you'll
Right.
watch this. You'll watch this. Think about this, folks. What else is so easy for you to do in all of your greetings, all your correspondences? Start to say simply, be of service to others.
Hmm.
Costo. It's easy. It's
Hmm.
fun. It's the thing to do.
Yeah.
And it reminds us, Trina, that I don't know, when I'm in the grocery store and someone cuts in front of me, I'm not there to say, oh, be of service to others. Typically, you want to give them the middle finger. And,
Yep.
where this one is, I, it immediately, it immediately brings down the hostility, and it raises the vibration to Trina. I don't even know you. How can I help you? I'm sorry. I probably cut you off. I didn't realize.
Right.
Yeah.
Then that's going to be the key to changing the whole world is flipping the script. And that's how it's done.
Yeah.
That's how it's done is staying in that vibration of being in service to others. I
People are,
mean, it's how it sets up, it's a web of kindness and caring and compassion and
yes.
and
Yes.
favor and gifts and
It's
blessings
all of
that
that,
come.
isn't it?
Yeah, and it comes
Yeah.
from nowhere because when you start to adopt this kind of a mindset and you make a choice to resonate with it, it opens up the doors of creation to experience it. And when that happens, it gets bigger. And like I said, when a group of people come together and make a decision to create
Yes.
as one
Yes.
mind, it is potent.
It's it's very potent. Hey.
Potent. Yes.
It's potent, and
Potent.
it is. And I'm reading some of the comments. I like what Michael said here a minute ago. I do love the word agape, and I agree. I like that word. But I have to say, I do think Bosto just might serve in the compassion agape had been designed in antiquity. I think you're absolutely correct, Michael. Spot on.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tony. She says we have to leave the observer role at some point and start being apprentices by applying the knowledge we have gained to continue to be as students in order to become a master. Bosto, baby, you got it. See,
Bosco. And that's brilliant.
boom.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
brilliant truth. And what an enlightened soul, because to know that and to get to the observer and then know it's time to transition out of it. Wow.
Got some
Brilliant.
really enlightened people here. I'm telling you.
Seriously.
Bosto is also, someone says, self-love. Ooh, Darth, you be correct on that. Very, very observant.
Yes.
We just been reading the book this week, and we now know, and I've opened myself up to allow the Infinite One to speak. You know, when I was a practicing Christian, I began to think about this today. I was got into some deep meditation, girl. Wow, I was in another place.
That's
But
awesome.
I would pray in tongues,
Mhm.
and I would get into a meditative state to
Mhm.
where I literally had built the complete matrix of being, and I was there, folks, in this place. There was a crystal floor that I was on that I could see no end to, but it was a crystal not like what we know crystal to be.
Mhm.
And in the center of this, and I couldn't tell you how far it was because I could never get there,
Right.
but that was where I was at. So I know that there is something out there, whether you want to call it the infinite one, the creator, the source. I do believe that it does exist. And Maybe we
I
create
do
our
too.
own meeting place. I don't know, hon.
I think it, like I said, man, when you really start to wrap your head around the fact of the potential that as a fractal of the God
Yeah.
source thing, that you're a God source thing, because the whole is always within the fractal. And now that we understand our consciousness is not coming from our brain, it is
Hmm.
coming from a remote location. This is 100% validation that we are not, we're projecting this. So what that higher part of you, which they call the higher self, it's only higher self because it's more aware of its God power, because it knows more about what it is, you
It's
know?
it's like, will you
So
listen to us?
yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
the higher self, and then the oversoul. You're connecting to the oversoul because, like you said, the higher self, like when you really get into that frequency, this is when you understand I am. This is when you understand you can create. But when you get to the oversoul, it's like it's you get out of the observer, you get out of the I am, and you go into service because
Mm.
you know that you can collectively affect the whole through your being of that wholeness that's a part of you as your essence of that fractal of all that is. So that's what I'm saying. We go through these layers of evolution of awakening through our spiritual process and the I am and the observer, and then getting back into the we. And
The
that's where the
we.
real power is in the we. We.
And Bosto does all of that.
Yes.
Because you know what? If I am of service to you, I'm
Yeah.
not going to harm you. I'm not going to talk bad about you. I'm not going to be wanting to steal from you. I'm not going to want to kill you. I want to be of service to you. I want to help elevate you.
Yeah, because when people need service, when they take their car to get servicing, that's a benefit. You're getting a benefit. So
Yeah.
I'm here to benefit you.
Yeah. Bosto. I mean, it's so simple, folks. And we
Yeah.
start putting this out on Facebook. You start putting this out on Twitter, hashtag Bosto. I tell you, it was so real when it hit me. This is original creation. This
Yeah, and
group.
you're absolutely right. You're tapping into the quantum language.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see
So
that.
this is what this is. It's like
Yeah.
Julianne with her alchemy. That's
Yes.
quantum. It, it
Yes.
it's understanding the roots of the words and understanding their placements and understanding what they are. And like I said, you can see them in like so they say pictures 1,000 words. When you truly start to understand the word, you see it as quantum, like you're breaking things down, creating new words. You introduce favor to the world when it was typically only reserved for royalty.
Yes. This is very true. You know?
So
Uh,
it's
yeah.
the quantum and the word and the power of the word. You're understanding the power of this
Yeah.
tool, and it is potent because it is how we create. So this is a beautiful another word going into this group as being of service to others, and that's beautiful because this is how we win.
Well, I got some t-shirts I'm having printed up that say they're black t-shirts and they just say Bosto on them.
Yes.
And I can't think of a better way to start spreading the message where people you're wherever particularly in this time where where they're talking about lockdowns again, how
Mhm.
great we could begin just to wear a shirt that simply said Bosto, that someone looks at it and even if they don't say anything to you, they're thinking in their heads, what the hell does that mean?
Right. What does that mean?
Henry, have you ever heard of what the hell's a Bosto? What are they
Right.
talking about? Boston? Did he forget the N? I mean, what? And that gets the people to going. I
Yes.
love it.
Yes. It
Yeah.
does because curiosity is one of the fastest ways to get a change in the mind.
a lot of people are asking, listen, this is not about making money. I just want to let you know.
No, no.
Someone says, what is Bosto? You see Zen? All right, folks, there it
Mhm.
is. You see right there. He heard it. What is Bosto? Perfect. It
Yeah,
is unconditional love frequency. Yes. Someone
yes.
said that. But what we're going to do, we'll find a good vendor on these, and you'll buy them at your own cost. I don't I don't make money on this. Knowledge, in my opinion, is to be shared equally without cost.
Yes.
And that's just how I roll, baby. Uh,
Mhm.
but
It's time to revelations, great revealing. It's time for
this will
people
change the
to,
world.
yes, and it's time to open our eyes to, we're starting to realize our power. So it's like, okay, once you realize that you can start to affect the world, it's like people need to know, like, how do you do it? This is kind of how it's done. It's literally by changing how you think about things and putting new ideas into your mind, and
T-Fetch.
yeah, ride in that wave of being in service to others. It's like, how can I serve you or help you,
Well,
rather
listen,
than thinking about I.
if there's anyone out there, Marcia, I have an idea too, on your end. I got an idea with Karen. Um, but yes, on the t-shirt aspect, listen, if we can make good quality and get this into people's hands, that I think this is the beginning of a wonderful, wonderful movement, folks. I believe, Trina, I keep on hearing, and I got to tell you, there for a while, I kept on having this sense of whatever is coming, and they keep talking about something coming in this fall, and I'm sitting day by day, and I'm going, there's no solutions here. I feel like I'm failing because, yeah, we're learning, we're growing, but we need an answer, and we need it now.
Yeah,
I think it's been answered to us.
I do too, because that, I'm telling you, when we truly start, when you commit to being of service, it's a different frequency. It really is.
Wow.
It's a frequency.
That it's a hyper ascension for those of us who have been ready for something.
I think it's how I was able to walk through fire, because I made that choice, and then I was able to walk through fire,
Yeah.
not get burned.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, Bosto, folks, this is the key. This is the thing. And it's ambiguous in its structure, but wow, it's kind of like walking into uh, a wonderful hot tub. You just, it's like, man,
It's literally like what home is like for most of us.
thank you.
So this is bringing heaven to earth again. It's the same. This is how it's done. It's by committing to have a certain resonance of thought,
Yeah.
and being of service to others is a powerful frequency,
Wow.
because it's the ultimate thing that creation would love to see from all of his children.
Trini, when you said
All,
that, it was just, even when you just, because we're invoking something here, folks.
yes,
We're invoking to be of service to others. When you said that, it just kind of just washes over you, It's like,
yeah,
how sweet of you to say that. Thank you. No one, I got to be candid with you. I haven't been around where someone walked up to me and said, how can I be of service to you?
yeah.
I'm
No,
going, where's the camera? All right. What is this, a joke?
and I think that's like literally how it is in the higher dimensions, because when everybody knows how good it feels to help somebody.
It does.
I think more than I people don't realize this, but I think that they actually crave it as much or more than love, because you can get love
Yeah.
in many ways, from your animals, your children, but to actually be in service, to know you helped somebody, that is the greatest adrenaline rush. It is the greatest feeling of joy. It brings ecstasy into the body. Like, if you have an opportunity to save somebody's life, it is potent. There is no greater feeling than that. There is nothing. You're like, Snap, that's awesome. There's nothing better. So I think at the essence of most humans,
Yeah.
their true desire is to be acknowledged and appreciated by the other gods around them, which are us. We're all fractals of the same thing. So we're all just wanting to be seen. And the biggest and greatest way we want to be seen is when we help somebody else.
When we're being of service to someone
Yeah.
else.
The
Yeah.
highest level of joy and bliss and resonance with creation itself is when you can help another person.
This will heal mental illness. This will completely
Yeah.
evaporate depression, oppression. You say if you are being, troubled by negative energy, negative spirits,
Uh-huh.
when you turn to them and say to that fear, how could I be of service to you? You've
Yep.
taken all the energy away.
They can't even match with
You
that.
can't, that's it. I mean, this is
I
like
think that, yeah, there's no, it's like
it's
a,
checkmate,
yeah,
baby. Yeah, it's
yeah,
like,
it's like, nope, that's
all
what,
right, uh, can I get the hell out of here, please?
yeah, that's like
Yeah,
nails on us. Yeah, because they
yeah.
can't handle that frequency because that's, like I said, I was always told cooperation was our superpower.
Wow, this is, and you know what? Man, these cards I have, this card keeps turning up all the time. I mean, it's getting so weird.
Harvest, the sickle, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Favor,
Prosperity.
yeah, I was gonna say time to bring it
Yeah.
all in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So, oh, wow, this is just amazing. I mean, I believe we have been given a gift here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let it go because, Trina, I don't have another answer. Do you?
Like I said, this was how I was shown that this was the answer, was people waking up, starting to know they're more than just their body, starting to realize that their consciousness is a direct gift from creation itself. And we're learning. We're learning about what we are. We've always been told to go to God is to go outside. And now we've had to redirect everything we've ever learned and take it back in the opposite direction, flip around, do a couple 360s, get dizzy a few times, crash your reality, build it back up. But through this, we're going to start to see that we truly are children of the most high creation, and we have a part of that consciousness. And within that, graduation means responsibility, and graduation means that you create well.
How
And
can
you
your
do that
enemy
in service.
be an enemy to you when you tell them, how can I be of service to you?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I mean, what they're going to be, you take all the, and there's no energy there. You deplete it.
Yep.
Wow,
Yep.
this is, Trina, I'm telling you, I think that this is,
And Wayne, we talk about treasures in heaven.
yes.
These are how those are created. This is your treasures, your storehouse.
Before the virus, I could say, right on. Now I have to do right arm, but,
Yeah.
but no, I mean, this is wonderful, folks. And I hope everyone that's listening to this, please meditate on this. How is this in any way negative? How is this in any way harmful?
Yeah, it's not. And basically, it's just like how in your world would a difference be made if people were um, more supportive of each other? How could how could things look if people started working together instead of working just completely for their own self gain and self reward? What if? Start to look at it. This is how you create that frequency, and thinking, okay, higher self over soul, which is create connected to the creator. I'm your tool, and I'm going to cooperate with you in service to everybody and all that is. Bring me the opportunities to serve and serve well. And that's it. And then you just kick back and let creation do its thing. But the intent is there. And that's all
I
that
think
it's.
you say that because that's kind of like my conversations that I have with the infinite being. I mean, I know, listen, I know that there are, you can call them spirit beings,
Mhm.
energies. They're there. And in fact, many of us, they're cheering us on. Um, I
Yeah.
got the distinct impression today that there is, and in fact, I'll tell you, I actually heard this, is that this will bring a spiritual change as well. I mean, not talking individually, it's going to do us fine, but I'm talking about bringing spirit energies into this realm now that can begin to work with us on our
Right,
behalf.
because right, because they can finally enter the realm because the
Yes,
vibration won't
the
harm them.
vibration.
Yeah.
Yes, they ease right into that.
Yeah, because they can only go down so low, but have you noticed the Schumann, the Earth's frequency has rised and it's not going back down.
No, I think this is just something that the earth itself will begin to, I
Because
mean,
it's the same thing, a fractal of the fractal. The
yeah,
Earth is our heart inside of our body. Think about it. The micro macro, she would be the heart in the body of this solar system.
yes, yes. By the way, someone wrote me yesterday, and I'm going to read it. Um, they're from Australia,
Mm.
and there's a change taking place. I mean, we're seeing the change all over the world. The signs and wonders are everywhere.
So funny, Wayne. I was participating with one of our people in chat, and she is in Australia. And I had a few of my friends that do this kind of stuff. We did a solar plexus connection in Australia at that window when it was supposed to be done, which was actually um, the day of Brian's ceremony.
Is that right?
That was, yeah. And it was on 444.
Well, you remember, and it was when it was one of our episodes and a second look where it hit me on the solar plexus. And I
Mhm.
heard a voice, you need to exercise, become strong in your solar plexus. So, as you know, I've been giving people progress. I went out and bought a machine that, can actually help
Mhm.
in the solar plexus. And I gotta say, they're looking good. They're starting to actually
Yeah.
do something. But she wrote me exactly what you were talking about,
Yeah.
that there is something with the Aboriginal people that the solar plexus is, well, maybe you can help explain it a little bit better.
What I know, I don't know exactly about the Aboriginal, but I know that they're very in tune with the ancestral aspects of it. So for me, it's the reconnection of the 12 ancient tribes that we come from and accessing that information through the solar sun into the navel,
Oh,
which is
there's,
your creation point, which connects to the digestion so you can gather and process the information so you can actually obtain it. So
X.
it's the connections of the sun in your body. And the sun is where we get all of our life and all of our information. So this is where you get the codes,
Yeah.
new light, the activations that activate the DNA. It's coming through the solar plexus through the sun.
Bingo. And I'm telling you, hello, Karen. I think you're on mute, hon. Miss Queen of Quartz up in the Yukon. Thank you for joining in with us, hon. There she goes. Hello there, lady.
Oh, there I am.
There's our
Technical
miner.
difficulties in the wilderness. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody.
Well, you're out in the middle of nowhere. So how is everything
That
up
is
on the
true.
Yukon?
Exceptional. I just really enjoying it. Really enjoying the land of the midnight sun, the 24 hours of daylight, and you know, the town of Dawson City is just friggin' incredible. I encourage anybody to go look at some of the live drone footage going over Dawson City, Yukon,
That's good.
and just see the old-fashioned town and
Slow
kind of the
down.
area. It's really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to going to Gertie's. It's the oldest casino in Canada, and they have the Can girls and everything, like that footage and pictures. So I'm going to start uploading the adventure and what I've been doing, and I've been doing testing at the main mining site and getting quite good results as far as gold already. So,
Karen, if you want to kill your camera, it'll help your buffering.
so yes.
Yeah,
So
then that way it won't take up so much band. Well, I don't want her to leave. Well, you don't. So we'll just get it to where all she does, she can actually just talk on audio, because it's remarkable that it was buffering that good.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
she's out in the middle of nowhere.
And now we have Big Al with us.
Yay.
Oh, Big Al is joining us. How about that? Having a
Yeah,
right
I was
party
gonna say,
here.
my dogs are going crazy. They could tell the
Yeah,
energy.
yeah, it's like it's a rocking and a rolling here. Al, you got yourself on mute. Karen, you keep your camera off and unmute yourself, and I think
am
we
I
can.
okay?
You're-
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can.
So I'll listen, okay?
Oh, well, listen, I was excited. So Big Al has joined us, Karen. I think he's out on his pontoon boat. Al, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Wow, we're doing fine. Ah, there's the missus. Are y'all fishing, or are you just out playing?
We're just out here, you know.
Oh, look at that. Uh-huh.
Hey,
Yeah. Karen, you're up in the midnight sun, and Big Al, it looks like the sun is setting where you are.
Yes, it is.
So how does that flat earth thing work with that? I don't know.
Yeah, well,
So
Yeah, considering it's like 5:30 coming on to 6 o'clock but the sun is up like it's noon here. for
yeah, I
me.
saw that in your glasses. I saw that. It was like, wow, that has to be a weird feeling. So Al, are you just out boating? Are you out actually fishing, or what?
I'm just out here chilling, partying.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, all right. I love that. So have y'all been listening about what we're talking about here? By the way, Al, I speak BOSTO to you, by the way.
Oh, yes.
You know what, Trina, only you and I are stable.
I know. I think everybody else is having a
I'm still here though. I'm
Oh,
still here. Bosto to you.
Oh, BOSTO to you as well. So Karen, while I have you here, I'm just curious. So you're up on the Yukon mining gold, correct?
That is correct. Not much of a mining season with the COVID and what happened, because we just moved into a phase 2. And most of the crew couldn't come up this year, so I'm up here by myself. But what I'm doing then is I'm actually going ahead and I'm doing thorough test holes and test samples and specimens, and doing classification and getting ready for the next season to plan, whereabouts in the big operations we're going to do the next cuts or take the next big, and I'm assessing all the equipment that's up here and, stuff like that. So the results are good so far. Yeah. Out of about 30 pounds of pay dirt, well, near the end, concentrate, I classified and panned, I would say close to about 1/4 ounce of gold, which when you do the calculations per yardage or tonnage of pay dirt, it's about 2.5 ounces per yard. So that's good payout.
Yeah, that's
Considering you can do about 100 ton yardage per day, right?
Yeah. So you basically writing off 2020 and everyone's getting ready for 2021. Is that the idea?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm up here with just one of our professional stakers who's been recently up in the mountains where there's still snow, and we'll go out and do some more staking. I have some testing to do at some other further claims that are further in, to do the paperwork for the season. And so we'll stake claims. And like I said, I'm mostly going to be doing the geology thing for them and doing the main testing and doing all of that, and preparing more for next season, because it's, my boss JW from Houston's hoping to fly in still, and maybe by September, but we'll see. not sure with everything how it's going on, but
I
we'll
think
see.
Houston's going to get locked down. My brother, who lives in Houston, contracted the COVID virus,
Oh, shoot.
and Dave, I
Yeah,
tell you what, I don't think you're going to see your boss. It's
I don't think so. So,
yeah. And it's
which
real,
is okay.
folks.
We can,
Yeah,
yeah. So I
it's
kind of figured that.
yeah. So I don't know. There's so much on that, but I can tell you he has been really sick. So anyway, well, see, this is why we need to change things.
Yeah.
This is why being of service to others changes that.
Yeah.
Big Al, you just out there cruising? Look at this guy, just out there,
And
just
you know, one of the ways I see everybody in this community being of service is they're all talking and they're sharing wisdom and knowledge and waking
yeah,
other people up. And you know, that's a big service in its own measure. And you all are powerful part of that awakening. So thank you for the service that you've already done.
yeah. And I'll tell you, David Barry's setting up on Discord. Is that discord.com? Is that right, everybody? Let's see.
Yeah, you have to be invited.
Okay. Well, I like what Gaia says. Bosto, folks, it's the easiest thing in the world. You close your correspondence and instead of saying, salutation sincerely, you go Bosto. Be of service to others. What other better way can you spread the word?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, as in the Matrix 2, as Neo was found out when he was talking to the program, well, a program can love. And the program said, well, what is love? Well, it's more than a word. Bosto is more than a word.
Yeah.
I think it will change humanity. I really do. And if we don't change humanity, I don't think
Well,
any
let's
of
put it
us.
this way. Sorry to interrupt,
No,
Wayne,
that's
just
fine.
about your slogan, Bosto. It's probably the single most way you can accelerate your energy to the positive. It's the fastest way that you can accelerate your evolution of love and understanding and wisdom. And it's the single most important thing you can do, and the single most reason that we're here. And we're here as a group and community, and why we're here. And it is to be of service to others. Can do, and it's the whole reason that we're here. And Wayne,
Karen,
kudos. I mean, that's exactly what we're doing here. And it's what the Crystal Network is all about, exactly. If you look at the main, our mission and our mission statements and the making a difference and the whole thing, the whole network is about service to others. And that's why there's the whole section about all our community members and all who, booking sessions with people and exchanging art and just information. So it's exactly what it's about, Wayne. So I just love it. So I'm so
Thank you,
excited because
Karen.
as soon as we're done the next few days, I'm going to change and brand that saying on the whole Crystal Network as one of our
Excellent.
main
Thank you.
sayings, Bosto. And when you get the t-shirts done too, because on our Crystal Network, there's a whole big area for products that we sell, and a featured products, and I keep adding them. So we can put the t-shirts and everything.
I think that's a great idea.
Match on. So it
Fantastic.
really kind of, matches up. So I'm going to use that as our main statement, if you don't mind. I
Oh,
just think it matches so good. I love it. I just love it.
thank you. Deborah Truax says, I love what she
Karen,
wrote here. She wrote, folks, you'll like this. I can, I will, I am. I love this. Bosto. I love it. Deborah, you got I'm telling you folks, thank you, Karen. That is so we can change the world. And this is, I think, I give it credit to this group. I mean, just because one channel of communication came through, there's a lot of us who are interconnected with one another. We think of it. I mean, Trina, I think of you all the time in my meditation, Karen,
oh, too.
and
Yeah.
the rest of the soul tribe. I mean, it's becoming tangible. And Al, I love your story about David Perry, your guy. So things are really working here, folks.
You like the do you like the poster I made for you?
Yeah, I showed everybody that, Al. It looked perfect.
Okay, so do we need to put the little trademark R on there, or what do we need to
We're
do?
going to get it registered. We're going to actually, we've already filed the copyright for BOSTO, and we'll file for, see if we can get a trademark on it.
Awesome, man. That is so cool.
Because we don't want this to be shown up in China.
No.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Wayne. A really good idea.
The thing is we don't have the Get Smart bubbles over us right now. So therefore the brainwave idea goes to China.
Actually, Wayne, you know what you should do? Because I don't have the connection right now. The first thing you should do is go on and see if there's the domain name is taken for
It's not.
bosto.com.
It's not. I didn't see it. Was
You need to go. Yeah, somebody who has access, if they can go register the domain name right away for that. I mean, it's only like $15, guys, for a year, or even less. It just, I don't have the connection to do that. That's what I did with all mine, right? So if we want to, like you say, copyright that, you need to get the domain name.
White Rabbit says China is watching. Hi, how are y'all? We love you. Bosto to you. Al, I think you and I figured out that this would be, it could translate into every language out there.
Yes, and Spanish, and Italian, and Sweden. Bosto.
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 Ah,
Bosto. Bostonia. Bosto.
Bosto. I like that one.
Bosto.
That's perfect.
Bosto.
Perfect.
A Bosto. You know what I'm saying?
Bosto.
If you go to Italy, if you put an A on the end of it, it's basta, which that's what they tell their kids when they want them to stop messing around. They're like, basta. So you got to make sure you say Bosto, because they'll be like, no,
Bosto.
No, Bosto. Be of service to others. And they're going to be like,
I love this. This is what it's all about. So let's see. Someone had contacted me. My email address is at the bottom. Contact me about, let's get the t-shirts. I think it's time. And you know what? The simplicity of just saying Bosto on it. I think in time we can probably get into some pretty far out other apparel, but I think just getting, and think about it, if we kept it just simply black and white, black t-shirts, just with the word Bosto on it.
yep,
I
just
mean,
pop.
it's the most effective branding that could ever happen.
Well, what you'll have is, you know, in the football stadiums, you'll have, you know, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Bosto.
You have Bosto. We'll start having people showing up in large groups holding signs, Bosto.
Oh, yes.
Think about it.
Yes.
That's excellent. You know what I just pictured, Wayne, because you did the black and white? I pictured the yin yang symbol, black and white, with boss and toe on the other side. So BOS on the white and TO on the black.
See, we're all ready.
Genius,
folks.
Karen. That was good.
Yeah,
Good idea. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, folks, this is a result of the studying, the meditation, the hard work that is being done. I do believe, Trina, again, that this was directly from source. I'll be candid with you. I believe that the rascal Brian Barnett has something to do with this as well.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
You know why I must concur? Absolutely. What I tell you always when I hear the most profound information, keep it simple. The simplicity, that's the key to success is when it's simple, you know, it's coming from a very high source.
And this is simple, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, this is simple as dirt.
That's why it's so powerful.
And that's why it's going to grow.
Yeah. That's why it's so powerful.
So if everyone would make the agreement, weigh it out in your heart, meditate on it, but we would love you to be a part of this movement. Saturate Facebook with us. Start doing it with Twitter. Start all your, I don't use Twitter. I don't use Facebook, but I know a lot of people do. Start doing hashtag Bosto. And let's start the revolution started.
Absolutely.
I wonder what the acronym would be on that on BOSTO. What would be the acronym? I mean, besides what you said, I mean, I'm just thinking the frequency that it presents. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Be of service to others. I love this.
I do too.
yeah, it's
Wow.
be
And
the
I just heard
frequency
in
you
my
want to
head,
be.
and be the frequency you want to be when I said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be
Be
the
of service
frequency
to
you want to be.
others. Be the frequency you want to be.
Right.
That's a
Wow.
walking master. That's a walking
Well, we'll
master.
use both of those, Wayne. Yeah. I'll add
Yeah.
both of those to the I'll add both of those to the slogan
Yeah.
and plaster that all over the site. Yeah.
Well,
Those
that'll
two
carry
together.
Milky Way's memory and energy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, I kind of dig that.
That's what he was
Yeah,
all about too. That was always his message.
it was.
Trying to help each other out and trying to, he was always saying, call me if if something's wrong. No, yeah, this
Yeah.
is powerful. This is definitely coming from a very high level. Remember,
Yeah.
Wayne, too, I always talked about, remember when we were talking about the water and
Mm,
healing the water? Imagine
yeah.
if we all just started spending a little time giving thanks and praising the water. That is a way of being service. That's a huge way.
Think about actually speaking Bosto to your water.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
How can I be of
Yeah.
service
Yeah.
to you? Yes.
Whoa. Did y'all just get that as
Yeah.
well?
Bosto, yeah.
Man,
Well,
just
think about it, everybody.
whoa.
What you're doing is
Whoa.
yeah, what you're
Wow.
doing is by being of service to others is causing you to be the frequency you want to be.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Ex-
That's
Wow.
why they match, right? Because
Wow.
like I said at the very beginning of our whole thing, there's no more important thing you can do to energetically raise your vibration than being of service. And by being of service, it automatically raises and causes you to a higher vibration and the vibration and frequency
It's a
that you want.
superpower.
There you go.
I feel like, no kidding. I mean, think about that guy. Think about, private bottle. Oh, could you imagine that? Actually, we could sell spring water called Bosto water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, genius.
I mean,
Yes. Yes.
we need an attorney in the group. I've got mine. I'm probably going to put him on this.
Right.
Yeah.
Much an hour.
BOSTO water.
I mean, I'm telling you,
Bosto
this is powerful
Oh
stuff.
my God.
Mhm.
You see what
BOSTO
happens?
water. Oh,
I mean, wow.
Oh,
I
that's
mean, I
giving
could
me a
see a whole
headache.
freaking campaign on that.
oh my God, that's genius.
Wow.
Whoa. Well, folks, this is how it starts. One idea, and I expect everybody else, and not in plastic bottles. Just think about it. If we actually begin to use recyclable glass,
It's
that would
almost
be.
like I
Yes.
hear like that would restructure the water on the planet.
Oh,
Because
it
like
would.
yeah, like one drop of restructured water will affect the whole jug. That's what I'm
Yes.
seeing. It's like it'll restructure the water on the planet.
Holy crap.
Mhm.
This is so
BOSTO
cool.
water.
I mean,
Purified, BOSTO water, purify the earth.
oh, folks, I could see, yeah. And what we
Purify
could
your
do on
mind
this?
when you drink it, right? Purify your mind.
This would be a
Yeah.
good idea to set the foundation up, Milky Way's foundation. And this is how we can build the school as well, Trina.
Absolutely. Be of
Yeah,
service to
yeah.
yes. Be of service to
Yeah,
others.
it would have to be. It would
That's
have
why
to
we're
be
doing
glass
it.
bottles. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is
It
why
has-
we're doing it too.
Yeah.
Because we want to be of service. We want to teach and help people that are trying to learn, and we're all coming together and learning more every day and expanding our consciousness as a group, which is
Yeah.
it's powerful,
Yeah,
guys. It's
Wayne.
powerful.
I
Yes,
just
sir.
bought a six pack of BOSTO beer. And it tastes
Bosto
really
like that.
good, man. It's good.
I would say the spirits would be happy.
Yes.
Yes. I love this. I love this. I'll tell you what, this folks, email me with your ideas. We can get this put together. We can change the world tonight. You are a part of this. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's very simple. Trina, talk to us about this. I mean, this is what we live for. I think, folks, you've been here sent for a purpose.
Yeah.
BOSTO could help you complete your purpose and fulfill your mission.
Yeah, it's like the simplest things. It's like it's just putting a new word into the reality through an acronym. It's like just, you know, you can do this so many different ways. However it resonates with you, it's just to be energetically involved in it. It's like looking at any opportunity and literally making a commitment to be of service wherever you can, however you can. And you don't even need to put a limitation on that at all. You could tape the word to your bottled water and drink it with the intention of that being of service to others is going through the entire world through the water. You can do this so many different ways to be a link in the chain that we're building through being of service to others.
I think it's the answer, folks.
It
Boy, I
is.
talking about reversing karmatic bank accounts here.
It does,
know,
totally.
I just saw that. I mean,
I've always
folks,
said,
you
always
know,
it's Wayne's fault. It's always Wayne's fault.
oh
I've
well.
always said this. I've been watching you, Wayne, for years now. YouTube, years. And it took this long for you to think.
Well, you know, it's like the tortoise said, at least I crossed the line.
Yeah.
You know, I may have not been first, but at least I crossed the line. Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
funny too, Wayne, because you know this is in such resonance with Brian's "Be the frequency you want to receive." It's so in alignment. It's ironic how they're two parts of the superpowers of the creator.
They are.
You got to
Yeah.
be the frequency if you want to emanate it and create more of it into your reality. And the Bosto is being in service. Those are the Christ abilities. That's the healer. That's the you know, there's so much to that. So
The
this
comforter, you know, the
this is a
advocate.
very powerful
Yeah.
blending of beautiful energies, and literally that's how you get like your superpowers is when you're
You know,
rolling with those.
could you imagine as you cross over, the announcement is, this is one of the original Bostos.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like
Oh
that.
yeah,
That's
I'm talking. You get a
Yeah.
Corona for that one,
I know.
and it can
the
be light.
Boston virus.
And for some reason, I hear castanets. I'm a Bosto, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, this is great, folks.
Yeah,
Well,
when you do that house transit, the Boston.
do the bossa nova, you know. You can do yeah, you know. Okay, all right. This is great, folks. Well, join us in this movement. You can make it happen. You can make this go viral. You can make this go around the world. We're already around the world, so let's start spreading it out. Just start greeting. We'll get apparel. We're going to get it. No one's going to make a buck off this, and we'll start. And when you start wearing the shirts, black with this simply white lettering on it, Bosto, and it just says it all.
Yeah.
It does. And this group tonight watching this, those in the chat room, you were part of this. You were the beginning of this, and this is how it gets started.
I just heard instead of BLM, we have Bosto.
Oh, wow. Woo! Way to go. That is beautiful.
Total counter frequency action going on.
Completely here. We're talking
Yeah,
the
it's the
antithesis of each.
manifestation of the opposite.
Yes.
Thanks,
Bingo.
guys. We appreciate that one.
Yeah. So truth, Troth in me says, be the frequency you want to be, oh, Bosto. Oh, that is good. Be
Yes.
the frequency you want to be Bosto.
Oh,
Bam,
nice.
baby.
Yeah.
The bells are
Yeah.
ringing.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh,
Those
Someone
really went
write that
together.
down.
hey, I could just see it now on track on the trailers going down the highway. Boston.
Can you
Oh
write
my
that down, Trina?
God.
Yeah.
That has got to be on the t-shirt. That is freaking perfect. Yeah. Someone said there is a BOS, then there's movie just finished. Go check it out after the show. So David Barry, you're up awfully early in the morning, brother. It's like what, 4 o'clock in the morning over there?
He doesn't sleep, Wayne. He doesn't sleep.
He doesn't sleep. Be the frequency you want to be Bosto. Yeah.
Yeah. Be the frequency you, or okay, be the frequency, or be the frequency you want to receive. Which one? B. I think Brian says B, so we'll stick
B.
with B.
It would be, yeah.
Yeah, be the frequency you want to be.
I like what
Bosto.
Charlotte says. Bosto matters.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Matters.
Bosto matters.
Uh-huh.
That one's good.
Yeah, we lost Big Al. Here he comes back. Well, folks, this is fantastic.
That was
You know, we can just run with this, and I'm telling you, this is putting money in the bank in the spiritual realm.
yes.
Because they're taking a head count right now.
Yeah.
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 See, Al knows. They're
Yeah,
saying,
this is huge. This is huge, Wayne. It's a powerful energy. And like I said, this is how we literally change the world, is when we literally have a shared idea, a shared resonance. We all see different ways where we can activate this energy in our personal reality. And when all of us are cooperating and saying, okay, I'm going to cooperate with the creation process to be in service. And however that's going to be, I'm going to know, I'm going to be inspired. It's going to show up in my life. I'm going to focus on it. I'm going to put it in my water. However you do it, it's all those differences of how everybody does it their own way. Guys, that's the
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. I'm
That's
wondering how many other
magic.
I'm wondering how many other planets, that they're all talking, in their language, and they say, "Nah, nah, nah."
and you know how odd you say that, Al, they're all lining up. We're in for a solar system alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks, thank you for joining us on this. Yeah, we need to do the drawing stuff and all that other good stuff, Deborah. We need to get all the legal guys going, but we'll do it. We'll, listen, let's do this as an opportunity. This is an opportunity for this group really to be the catalyst of change. And we did it on the July 11th, 2020 at 7:03. We've been here for the last hour. So
It's like master numbers all over the place.
I mean,
7-11,
kidding.
7-11,
Yeah.
2020, which is 2-2. So 7-11-2-2, creation master number 1, master number 2.
Yeah. Right. I can just hear it now on other worlds, all talk different languages.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they say, "Boston."
They got it. They finally got the message. Well, thank y'all. Y'all stick with me as we go off. Thank you all for there. The Bosto sigil will be cool also. Well, listen, if we can get the Bostos, whoever wants to do that, we'll incorporate that into a t-shirt as well. I'd love to see the sigil on that one. Seriously, that would be a powerful portal, no doubt.
Me too.
Yeah. Woo.
That's what I mean. Everybody putting a little piece in however you feel your piece, and bring it, man. Bring it.
We'll send it around the world, folks.
Yeah, and it'll manifest in a million different ways. And that's the power of creator. Oh gosh, when people can understand this cooperation thing is our superpower, you don't want to ever be divided again. You don't want to ever look at anything as anything different than a different aspect of your own self.
Bingo. Woo! All right, folks, let's get on
Well,
this.
I'm
This
losing,
is, I see you. I hear you, brother.
I'm losing
Um,
connection out here. And
Well, thank you for joining us, Al. Thank you, Karen. We love you up there. We keep you, Al, we keep you always elevated, brother.
well, listen, drink responsibly. Drink Bosto.
I love that. That's Big Al, folks. And we're signing
All right,
off,
see you later.
everyone. Thank you. Thank you,
All right.
Karen.
Thank you so much, everybody. Love you from way up here. And I'll only be up here for a few months and then I'll be out of the bush. So
Yay.
We'll look
Love
forward to
you,
you coming
Karen.
back. All right, folks. Bosto to everybody.